In tonight's video, I'm going to share how I find locations to park overnight in my tiny home on wheels inside a city. The goal is to find a quiet spot where I can blend in with my surroundings and stay the night without being hassled by the cops or waking up with a parking ticket. Now, the most important tool I need for this quest is Google Maps. So let's dive in and see what we got. Alright, so here's the situation. We're cruising through California. I'm going west on Highway 10. I just left Bombay Beach, California. That was last week's video. That was a good time. And so I'm at Walmart right now. Just refilled on some supplies. And so it's starting to get a little bit later in the day. I'm looking for a spot to stay the night. And usually what I do when I'm stealth camping in a spot like this is I'll pull in late, kind of once the sun has gone down, park up, and then leave first thing in the morning. So you're just kind of in and out, not really causing too much trouble. Now, if you're going to stay in residential, the best solution is to not park right in front of somebody's house. And so you can see all these houses are packed pretty tight. There's really no way here to get a parking spot that's not right in front of someone's house. You don't want to pull up and be camping right in front and they're like, who is this guy? And then they call the cops. There's a suspicious vehicle. So the goal is to find a spot in residential that is not right in front of a house. So if we cruise down here, you can see right here on Ocotillo Avenue, there's this spot right here. It's right across from some residential. And there's actually one little van parked on the street, but it's in front of this dirt lot. So that would be a great spot to stay. You could park there overnight and probably blend right in. No one would probably hassle you. In fact, that's something, if I was in a pinch, I might even try that in my box truck tiny home just because it looks kind of passable. So that's not a bad spot. If you want to be in residential, that's actually about as good as it gets. But for me, because I'm in a big box truck, my favorite spot to stay is commercial. Just because when you park on the street in commercial next to businesses, it's pretty logical that this box truck might be a work vehicle, and so it's just a company that parked it on the street overnight. That's been my experience, at least. When I park in commercial, I have almost no issues. So we're kind of cruising around. Look, you can see even right here on Market Court, look at that. There's a semi-truck right here parked next to that dirt lot. So that would probably be a spot I could stay, no problem. But I'm looking for something a little deeper into the commercial. So let's see what we got up here. Again, this is the Walmart. This is where we're at right now. So it looks like down here, there's some more commercial. And so another thing I'm looking for when I'm zooming in on Google Maps on the satellite view is I just want to see if there's other vehicles parked on the street, bigger vehicles. So this one, Oleander Avenue, looks pretty good. Now this is pretty deep commercial, right? There's a auto mechanic, white cap, power tools, automotive repair. So especially if you can find a spot in commercial that's by like an auto repair facility, they're going to have a lot of different vehicles parked on the street as people drop off their rigs, pick up their rigs. So it's going to be pretty common that the vehicles that stay there are going to be rotating out. So if you're just popping in for a night or two, you're going to probably blend right in. And this looks pretty nice. There's a bunch of rigs on the street. Here's a semi truck right here. And as we scroll down here, there's a bunch of other rigs parked on this street. Now, the other thing I like about this, like Industrial Place right here, is that it's not on a main road. It's kind of this side street. So the other thing I'm looking for is a spot that's quiet, a spot where there's not going to be a bunch of through traffic all night rolling by and making noise. And so this Industrial Place looks pretty good. It's kind of a little offshoot of this Oleander, which is an offshoot of Monroe, which is kind of more of a major street. So Industrial Place is looking pretty good. I think we'll try that out. So we're about to pull up on this spot, this commercial street. We're going to look for signs right off the bat. Since this is kind of our first spot scoping it in person, just make sure there's no parking signs posted. Also, we're just going to look to see if there's other rigs on the street. If you see other vehicles parked on the street, especially commercial rigs, if I see like semi trucks or other box trucks parked up, then it's a pretty good indicator we're not going to have an issue. Already there's a semi truck right here. Here's a sign: no parking 3 to 5 on Friday for street sweeping. All right, so we're in the clear for that. Today is Tuesday. Semi truck right there. We got some regular passenger vehicles parked up here, a couple empty lots, and then just some commercial businesses, Desert Electric. So let's see, the next thing we're gonna look for is it's cool to park, like kind of blend in with some other vehicles. If you can park by some other rigs, that's cool, rather than being like the only vehicle, you know, that's parked up. That draws a little extra attention. Additionally, I don't want to be parked right in front of a spot that looks busy, or like that might be open late, right? Like I've messed up before and parked in front of like a tow truck shop, and they're in and out all night with big loud tow trucks. So we want to try to just find a spot that looks quiet, like it's not super busy, but at the same time a spot where a big box truck doesn't necessarily look out of place. So we might try to park here right next to this palm tree. Let's see what we got. Is there some curb parking here? Let's see. Also, just look on the curb and make sure it's not painted a specific color for no parking. So here I'm right between two red no parking patches, so I'm between those two, so that's good. So there's several cars parked on the street in front of me up over here, and then way down at the end there's that semi truck we passed on the way in. So we're right in front of Sunbelt Equipment Rentals. Over to the left here there's some kind of looks like an auto shop or something. They got their gates open, they got some lights on, so they might be working. Hopefully they're not up super late, but anyway, we ain't worried about it. Old Nomad Brad's a pretty heavy sleeper, so sounds like that at night don't really bother me. I don't know if the camera can pick up that mariachi music, but they're having a little party over there. All good, baby. That's the sounds of the city. So if you look right here at the curb, you can see that red line. And then I'm right back here where it goes clear. There's no red. And then this whole sidewalk is clear. And then behind me there, right there, there's red again. So I'm parked right between the red, so that shouldn't be an issue. Looks pretty good though otherwise. Streets are pretty clean, looks pretty safe, so we'll go ahead and hop inside and call this home for the night. So here's what it looks like on the inside. I got all the lights off. You can see actually that light does kind of come in the window a little bit. That street light right there. I tried to park in the dark, but that's okay. We got a little street light, but my bed is back here, so when I'm sleeping with my head back there, that won't bother me. That's just for tonight. I'm gonna make the window curtains tomorrow, and then the blackout curtains will totally black out everything, and that'll keep it dark in here, but also that allows me to turn on lights inside and not be seen from the outside. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. So there, I just got this little makeshift, little camp light. But you can see it puts off some good light. That's on the low setting, so that has 3 different settings. But we'll hop outside and I'll show you guys. So you can see right there, it just, even though the windows are tinted, with that light on, you can just totally see everything coming through that window. So it's no good. I got to get the curtains set up. And then coming over here, it's actually, well, yeah, you can still see the light through that tinted window. So without the blackout curtains, that you can't really run lights at night. I mean, you can, but it's not very stealthy. And so that's it. Looks pretty nice. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. We'll pick up in the morning. I'll let you guys know how it went, or if there's any crazy activity throughout the night, I'll keep you guys posted. But yeah, I think this will be a good spot for the night. morning, friends. We made it into the morning at the stealth camping location. It was a good sleep. No interruptions. Here's a look, a little day shot of the mechanic shop across the way. You can see quite a few cars have come and kind of filled in the empty parking lots here. All the workers have come. Looks pretty good over there, and then over here, got a rental spot. Also looking good. Got some sun poking through the clouds. So we had a good night. No interruptions. No problem, man. Went to sleep kind of early, about, about 9:30. And then poof, next thing I know, 7 a.m. Let's do a time and temperature check. It is currently 8 a.m. It is currently 8:11 a.m. 58 degrees outside, 69 degrees inside. That's a nice 10-degree temperature split. Nice and warm in here. I haven't even had to run the heater. That's just the insulation plus my body heat, the refrigerator heat, heat from the power inverter, keeping us warm. Additionally, we have 81% battery charge, only 112 watts coming in. It's early. The sun just came up, so I wouldn't expect a lot of watts yet. Anyway, looking like a pretty good way to start the day. Once the sun comes up, we should have those panels fully cooking and get that battery bank charged up in just a few hours. I like it. So this was a great stealth camping spot. Now typically what I like to do when I'm stealth camping in the city like this is get up early first thing and then just leave the spot So we had a successful stealth camp, left the spot early, and then I moved on to the Planet Fitness parking lot. That's usually what I'll do after I wake up from a stealth camp is I'll pick a spot where I need to do something for the day. So in this case, Planet Fitness, if I needed groceries, I would maybe head over to the grocery store and spend a couple hours there. But either way, you got a lot of options, and no matter where you're at, you're always home. So we're back on the road on Highway 10 heading towards Joshua Tree, and we got one more spot to stay the night. My friend Dave from E-Bike Van Life, he actually just spent the night in Yucca Valley, which is about 20 minutes or so from Joshua Tree, and he found a visitor center up there where he stayed for a couple nights, and he graciously shared the location with me. So we're going to head up to Yucca Valley, close to Joshua Tree, spend the night in the visitor center, and see what happens. So we made it to the Yucca Valley Visitor Center. That's where we're going to stay the night. There's a little schoolie right across the parking lot from me. And so this will be our camp spot. Another great place if you're in an unfamiliar area and you don't want to roll the dice on street parking. You can try a visitor center. They're usually pretty friendly to folks staying for a night. Let's do a quick weather time temperature check. It's really cold up here in the mountains. Currently 53 degrees outside, 74 inside. It does stay nice and warm inside the box for the most part. What do we got here? 96% battery charge, and it is 4:27 p.m. Gonna make some dinner. Got some burgers. Some pre-made burger patties, some buns, some onions, some mustard, and in the sink, in my coffee cup, I have a tomato. So we're gonna put all that stuff together, have a little burger for dinner. I still didn't get around to making the window coverings. It was on my list, but I just didn't do it. So now that we're only about a half an hour from Joshua Tree, and this looks like a pretty chill spot to stay the night, and then once I'm actually out camping on BLM and J-Tree, that's no problem. So I guess we'll just put the window coverings off. We'll just move it down the list. I'll have to work on it during the week or something. It's not a super huge deal. So that's it. We're just going to chill here. I'm going to make this burger. I think I'm going to cut the video here. You guys already saw me eat today. But I hope you enjoyed the stealth camping review. I want to really encourage folks that are trying to get out and try this lifestyle to be comfortable stealth camping in public locations on the streets. There's a lot of options for you guys, and it's really not that difficult, but it is one of those things that just takes practice. So the more you do it, the more you'll become comfortable, and the more you'll become proficient at identifying locations to stay the night. So I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm going to cook this burger and have a chill evening here in Yucca Valley at the Visitor Center. And tune in next week. We're going to be in Joshua Tree on BLM land, camping in the desert with the Van Life homies, doing some fun stuff. So tune in next week, and I'll see you guys then. That's it for me. This is Nomad Brad signing out. Peace.